going on, team? What's going on, team? Test, test, test. Alright, perfect. I hear myself. Real quick, let me open up Discord and then we'll go through these pairs one by one. We'll talk about which ones I'm looking at, which ones I'm not looking at, and which ones have hit ADR, which ones haven't hit ADR, and what's left for us on the table. Just posted the link in the Discord, just typed in the chat. Gonna give everybody a couple seconds here to join and then we'll get started. Great Rising Jessica, how are you? Gonna give everybody 1 minute to join and then we'll start looking at these pairs. Challenge, that's good. All these pairs have been real fucking boring to us for the last couple of days, so I haven't been doing shit. But we'll see what we got today. So STP on AU is 48. We already did 58, so AU is already done. EA already gave us STP as well. We still have that gap at the top, but we're still making lower lows and lower highs, so we'll wait it out for EA. ECAD, we still got that gap. It's going to be very similar. A lot of these pairs did the exact same move, so not going to be expecting anything different from a lot of these pairs. 70 pips is STP. We did 67. Right, this is one that's going to be done already in 2 seconds. EU is still consolidating, so we'll keep an eye on that. GA 183 minus 33 is 122. 122, and we already did 148, so GA is already done. GCAD looks like it's already done as well. We'll calculate STP just so we could have it on screen. It's 83. We already did 100, so GCAD done for the day. GJ gave us a 30-minute engulfing, but price completely disrespected it during the London session, the end of London going into the NYC. So I'm not really looking at anything, and STP I'm pretty sure would be hit already in a few more pips. 167 is 111, and we already did 110 pips. So GJ's already done. Right, GU isn't hit yet, so we're still waiting it out on GU. 71 pips is the safe take profit for the day. And we're still good. Okay. US 30, the dirty 30, the one and only. 706. It's 473. USD CAD, I'm not really going to be trading it. We're just going to keep it on so we can see the correlation. Yeah, USD's already hit ADR. And this is where the correlation between pairs come in play. If ZAR is going down, CAD is going down, I'd be, I'm sorry, if ZAR and CAD are going up, I'll be expecting 30 to go down. And then I'd be expecting gold to go up. Right, the only thing we have to wait for here on 30 is, again, just give some type of confirmation, right? In the 1 hour we have an engulfing candle, but that engulfing candle is not valid because the first green candle doesn't have a bottom wick, no engulfing candles on the 30, and nothing on the 15, right? And then if we just look primarily at structure, we know we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And nothing has broken these lows just yet. So we're still trading between the higher high and the higher low in the structure. So we'll have to wait for price to turn around before we do anything else on 30. I do like that we've reached the previous 30-minute highs. Once again, 30-minute time frame, we're still technically making lower low, lower high, lower low. So, you know, could this be the lower high to continue these downtrend pushes, especially to fill these gaps in the market? 100%. It definitely could be that area, right? And if we go to a lower time frame, which we'll use the 15 in this case, we could see that price is giving us shoulder, head, shoulder. So regardless, what I'd want to see is price break these lows over here. Once price breaks these lows, that's when I'll see price continue that trend all the way back down to the bottom. So if we just have to wait for that one move there, then that's okay. We'll wait for that. Again, I'm in no rush to take a trade at all. These next coming days, it's just there's no point, right? We see how the market's moving. We see how the market is just inducing traders all day, right? Especially traders who are trading Asia and London session, right? Like how many traders you think thought that this was going to be price continuing lower, right? And then as soon as price gives you a retest, right? If you're one of those traders that just get in as soon as price gets into your zone, it went straight to stop loss. Straight to stop loss. So again, I'm in no rush, guys. I'm in no rush. Look at gold. There's really nothing to say about gold either. Gold didn't have any engulfing candles that we were looking at. There's no continuations. Right now we just have zero clue where we're really going. Right, we're still making higher highs and higher lows in the higher time frames. But when we're looking at it from the external view, right, from the higher time frames, how much higher could we go? Right, at this point, we've been making higher highs and higher highs and higher highs for the last couple weeks. So I do like the fact that price now kind of gave us a rejection of the highs going into last week, right? And then this week price just started going down. Also on the 4-hour, we have 36 minutes till this candle closes. This could be a nice engulfing candle, right? And again, if price gives us that engulfing candle going short, then again the opposite will happen on 30s. But the whole thing is, again, when we're looking at correlation between pairs, you know, I'm not really expecting 30 to go up, right? I'm not expecting gold to go down. I'm really not. And then again, if we're trading internal structure, which is where this is the case with gold, right? We'll start from the top again. So gold at one point we know was making higher high, higher low, higher high, until we made lower low change of character, lower high, lower low break of structure, and then last week price came back up and gave us a higher high. So at this point, we know price came down. Could we say that this is going to be the higher low to then start looking for price to go up? And if that's the case, again, if we were trading internal structure, right, internal structure is already giving us the change of character, higher low, break of structure, higher high. Wouldn't this be the pullback that we're looking for price to give us a higher low to continue into the higher high? Absolutely, right? It would make a lot of sense. If price would have given us that break of structure after the change of character, and then it would have given us this pullback, then I would have been looking more into the internal time frame. But again, this is just another example of how the market makers are just trapping traders, right? If you're a lower time frame trader and you're not looking at the overall moves, then you're most likely already in this trade, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's just not the right confirmations, right? So right now I'm just gonna be patient with it. Just gonna be patient. Again, there's no need to feel rushed in the markets, right? If your setup isn't being present, then what are you gonna trade? Right? If you don't see your setup, if you don't see your rules being played out, what are you gonna trade? You're just gonna say fuck it because I haven't traded in 2 weeks. Fuck it. I'm getting in. Like, nah, man. Again, this isn't the first time, and this won't be the last time that we're gonna have days and weeks where we just gotta take a step back. Again, it happened during the situation with Ukraine and Russia. It happened during the presidential election. And we're talking about these are things that happened right after one another. This isn't something that happened. Oh, one thing happened 3 years ago, and then something else happened 4 years. No, this happened during November. It happened during August, October. Like this is shit like this happened for the last couple months, right? So we're already on the fifth month of the year. We've been dealing with this for the last 7 to 8 months. And again, it's nothing new. We'll have weeks, we'll have months where yeah, it looks picture perfect, and then we'll have other days and weeks where it just looks horrible. There's nothing for us to trade, right? So again, it's just all about being patient, giving the market time, giving them a little bit of space, the regular. And oil, there's really nothing here either, guys. We have 3 days of rise. We had the change of character. We have the break of structure. Price is still giving us higher highs and higher lows. We have small gaps in the market that reset the trend. So again, could price continue this push to the top side? Absolutely. And again, oil is one of those situations that we're trading at a lower low. We're in an overall downtrend. We broke below our first zone of consolidation, starting level 2, right? You can see that price gave us lower lows and lower highs the entire time. I'm expecting price give me a pullback now, right? I am expecting price to give me a steeper lower high to then continue into the lower low. So right now for oil, I am going to wait for price to turn around. Like I said before, on the other trades, nothing is different. We trade everything the exact same way. We're still making higher highs and higher lows, so I'm not going to be looking for shorts. There's no point in looking for shorts when market structure is still up, or vice versa. There's no point in looking for buys if market structure is still down. So we will give it a few minutes. Let's also take a look at Forex Factory so we can see the news for the day. 8:30 we got USD news, so picture perfect. This is 8:30 is really gonna tell us a lot. If we don't get no movement at 8:30, we have no news for the rest of the day. The next folder coming up is for GBP at 11 a.m. So going to give the USD pairs another 2 minutes, and then at this point the only GBP pair we have left is GU. So we'll take a look at GU as well after 8:30, and then we know we have news again at 10. So any questions in the chat? Anything you guys want me to go over? Anything you guys want me to explain? Any pairs you guys have been looking at? Let me know. If not, we'll just focus on the 7 pairs that we have left here, and then we'll go on from there. Again, we got news in a few seconds, so we will keep an eye on the news. We'll see what happens, and that's it. It's pretty much gonna be a quick one for today. Got 10 seconds for the news. Let's see if we get anything crazy here. I don't think so. 8:30 usually never gives us a crazy volume. Very rare to get that at 8:30. Got a little bit of a move there. Just a little candle. See that exhaustion candle here that just printed? Could tell us a lot. This could just be the market makers collecting contracts, giving crazy exhaustion candles to the top side. Right, especially on the top of the 30-minute highs. Yeah, that would be very ideal for the lower time frame to give us a solid entry. We know that price at one point gave us a change of character lower low, but then price came back up and gave us another change of character higher high. We have no engulfing candles here. Maybe the 1 minute will give us something. 1 minute, we got a little 1 minute engulfing candle. Nothing too crazy. And we have that crazy gap or exhaustion candle going short. See how this reacts here. Straight to stop loss there. You would have taken that trade. So just be patient, guys. There's nothing to rush here. And we can see how the market makers, like it's literally happening right in front of us. Right, we can see exactly how the market makers are trapping traders. Right, so just giving confirmations for both. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Giving confirmations for both traders, right? Buyers and sellers. As soon as you see that on the charts, you already know, man, just stay out. Just wait for a little bit. There's no need to rush. So we had that news hit. Just have again those crazy exhaustion candles to the top side. Pretty sure GU looks similar. Yeah. Pretty much just gonna give it till 9. I'm not really gonna be again. I'm not really interested in trading today. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an opportunity to ask any questions in the chat. I know I haven't really been doing these sessions often. These last couple days have been a little, just been a little busy, right? On top of the fact that I've been a little busy, there hasn't really been nothing on the charts. We're not really missing out on anything. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity in the chat. Ask any questions. Again, if you guys have any questions about any specific pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know and we'll talk about it. But yeah, as of right now, I'm really not looking at any trades. I updated my charts yesterday, last night. Wasn't really nothing that I was super interested in. There's no continuations. Again, we're sitting in a lot of these pairs. If we really go look at them again, or even if you watch yesterday's session, right, last night's session, a lot of these pairs are sitting at their respected highs or respected lows. Again, pairs that are uptrending, they're sitting at the higher highs, and we're still looking for a pullback. We're looking for a higher low, right? And then these pairs that are downtrending, they're sitting at the lower lows, and we're looking for a pullback. Pairs that aren't trending, that just are consolidating, that's it. That's all it is. Just price consolidating, moving sideways. What are we gonna trade? Right? We're gonna get into a situation where we're just gonna be part of the trap. We're gonna be part of the inducement. Like I'm not gonna be trading that. Right? I'll wait for the breakout. I'll wait for the inducements of the highs or the lows, depending on what direction the trend is at. But right now, when we're looking at these last couple pairs that haven't hit STP or ADR, there's really not a lot. We just have a lot of bullshit, right? Euro USD, we've been consolidating since yesterday. As soon as price hit ADR yesterday, we've been sitting in this area this entire time. And we can see that. Prices rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, right? Look how many exhaustion candles we've already printed in the last 3 hours. right? It just makes no sense. What are we gonna trade here? Like our feelings and thoughts? Like no, there's no confirmation here. There's nothing to trade here. Our anxiety is what wants to trade, or because we're nervous and we want to get into a trade. Get in right now. Fuck it. Go ahead. Somebody do buys and somebody do sells. Let me know who ends up winning at the end of the day. Right? That's what we're trading right now. There's nothing to trade. Nothing at all. Right? GU is a little bit cleaner because we're finally at the top of, that was a horrible line. Right? We're finally at the top of the zone of consolidation, but we still don't have any clean breaks. All of these candles are still testing. Right? And very similar to EU, we're still printing exhaustion candles. Right? So again, this is a situation where once again, one person throw out buys, one person throws out sells. Let me know who wins at the end of the day. Right? Let's see whose stop loss gets hit first. Right? There's nothing to trade here. Right? US 30, same thing. Right? What we just talked about, US 30 is a little different because we got a little shoulder head shoulder going on. Right? But we already know for a shoulder head shoulder to be valid, what do you need to see? Right? A bearish shoulder head shoulder, you need to see the break of the lows. So when am I trading? Once we break those lows. Once we have a clean shoulder head shoulder and we break the lows, that's when I'll start looking to take a trade. But again, very similar to the other pairs, yo. One person press buy, one person press sell. Let me know who wins at the end of the day. Let's see whose stop loss gets hit first. Right? We're just sitting in zones of consolidations for almost every single pair. Right? Almost every single pair is just moving sideways. Right? If you're trading USD CAD during London session, you got clapped. You got clapped. If you thought price was gonna continue to give lower lows and lower highs, boom, straight to stop loss. Right? Straight to stop loss. And we could see that. We could see how the market makers are just trapping traders. So once you get on your charts and you just see bullshit, what are you gonna trade? Again, you're gonna trade your thoughts and your feelings. You're just gonna trade what you think you want to see. Right? We're in a zone of consolidation. Everybody who's trading this internal time frame are getting clapped. Everybody trading this internal time frame is getting clapped. Right now they're super nervous. Like, oh shit, is gold gonna go up or is it gonna go down? You're in a zone of consolidation. Right, on top of the fact that you're in a zone of consolidation, again, external time frame, it just gave us that change of character, higher high, higher low. So again, we just gotta be patient. There's nothing here for us to really be like, oh, we're gonna get into this. Right? If you trade smart Roger concepts, right, and you're like, oh, it broke the low of the consolidation, I'm gonna get in here to go short. Yo, straight to stop loss. Right? Straight to stop loss. So once again, what are we gonna trade? There's so much to go with this. When we're looking at structure, when we're looking at, oh, I just deleted the pair by accident. That's not good. What pairs is BTC on Coinbase? Okay. BTC US dollar on Coinbase. So once again, what are we gonna trade? There's nothing for us here to trade. There's nothing. There's literally nothing here. On top of the fact that ADR and STP has been hit already. Right? And then for oil, a little bit different. A little bit of the similar situation, a little bit different. Right? We're still trading higher highs, higher lows on a pair that's on an overall downtrend. We know we're sitting at a lower low. What are we looking for? We're looking for a lower high. Right? We're looking for price to push up to give us a lower high. And once again, I don't trade going counter. I don't trade against the trend. So I'm letting oil go. Right? But you saw how these last 5 pairs that we have on our list that haven't hit ADR, hasn't hit STP, we're just stuck in a zone of consolidation. There's nothing for us here to trade. There's absolutely zero structure for us here to trade. Right? Zero structure. I don't feel comfortable saying that this is, oh, zone of consolidation break and is giving us a retest. I don't feel comfortable. Why? Because we know we're in a shoulder head shoulder. What do we know about the shoulder head shoulder? For it to be a valid shoulder head shoulder, for this to be a valid bearish movement, what do we need to see? We need to see the price break the lows. If it doesn't break the lows, it could give us this inducement and then start that uptrend push. So again, I'm not going to be part of that inducement. I'm not going to be part of the trap move. I'm going to wait for the 100% confirmation like we always do 100% of the time. So right now, again, unless you guys have any other questions, I'm pretty much done for the day. I'm not really going to be looking for any trades. Again, we have GBP news at 10. It's kind of rare. That doesn't happen often. So if you guys are looking for GBP entries, I would recommend waiting till 10 o'clock. Um, again, we have the NYC open at 9:30, so we have a few minutes left for that, less than an hour. But again, I'm not really gonna be trading, so any questions in the chat? Anything else you guys want me to talk about? Any pairs you guys want me to go over in specific, whether or not they're on our list? Let me know. I'll give you guys a minute. Anything at all in the chat, let me know. Mr. Bashir, good morning, my brother. Great rising. No questions, Mr. Bashir? Alright, my brother. Use this time, guys. Any questions, especially the ones who aren't part of the membership, who can't do one-on-ones. This is the time to ask questions. Anything you guys need, let me know. ADR was already hit, so we come back tomorrow. Yes, sir. Yeah, for most of these pairs, for the most, wow, what was I trying to say? For most of these pairs, ADR has been hit already. So again, the ones that I have on still, like EU, GU, US 30, CAD, and gold, they haven't hit ADR or STP just yet. But again, these are the pairs that you see that they're pretty much still in the zone of consolidation, right? GU's the first pair out of the others that look like it wants to give us the break first. But again, you're looking for price to break these highs, and you can see that this candle that's printing now is still touching, it's still testing. So we would need to see another candle break above and close without touching the break of structure line. So GU is one of the only pairs that looks like it wants to give us that type of move. We can see US 30 is just trapping traders left and right. USD CAD very similar, right? And then gold, same exact thing. So I'm not really looking at anything just based on the fact that yeah, a lot of these other pairs already hit ADR and STP, and then for the most part, the ones that we have left are still stuck in this little zone of consolidation that we've been stuck in since yesterday. So again, gonna give you guys one more minute. At 8:45, we'll be done with the stream, and then we'll be back again tonight. Again, tonight's session, the isolation session, will be done on WAP for our memberships, for our members. Then tomorrow's stream WAP Wednesdays, so tomorrow's trading session and isolation session will be done on WAP as well. Thursday's live trading session will be done on WAP, and then Thursday's isolation session and Friday's live trading session will be done here on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and put the Discord in the chat for you guys. Again, the Discord is completely free. Everything we do here on YouTube is completely free. So make sure you guys join our Discord, join our channel. Again, gonna give you guys one more opportunity. Again, remember, this is the time, especially for you guys on YouTube and Discord. This is your guys' time to ask questions. Again, especially since you guys don't have access to the one-on-one sessions or any of the conversations we have on WAP. This is the time to ask questions. This is the time to ask about anything at all. So I'm gonna give you guys 30 more seconds here, right? 1 more minute, 46. If not, that's pretty much it, guys. Again, no other pairs, no entries you guys have taken or you guys want to talk about. Anything at all, let me know. If GU prints another candle, yeah, if GU prints another candle, for example, let's say this green candle closes, right? Boom, this green candle closes. If there's another green candle, and let's just say this is the candle, right? If another green candle opens, right, and it closes above this green candle's wick, right, and is not touching the break of structure line, then this is the break of structure we'll be looking for. We'll be looking for a retest to then continue that push to the top side, right? That's number one. But what you also need to take into consideration, once again, is STP and the ADR, right? At this point, again, 106 is ADR, 106 minus 33%, which is STP, is 71 pips, right? At this point, if we look at 71 pips, right, boom, 71 pips has already been hit. So just with this green candle that just printed, that's it. STP has been hit already. So I wouldn't even be looking for anything else on this pair. Something else you want to take into consideration, right, that we talked about in the beginning of the session. What is price doing when we're looking at market structure? I'll let you answer that question, Mr. Bashir, or anybody else in the chat who knows the answer. There's no wrong answer. So if you think you know the answer, again, I'll give you guys a minute to answer the question. What is market structure doing right now for GU? Are you going to take the trade? No. STP has been hit already, so that I'm done with GU. Jessica says trapping traders. Okay. But what's something specific that I'm looking at when it comes to market structure? When you're looking at the trend, what is price doing right now? Where is price? Is price uptrending or is price downtrending? Price is downtrending. Exactly. So, Mr. Bashir, to answer your question a little bit more in detail, right? The reason why I'm not going to be looking for a trade at this point, right? The number one thing is STP's already been hit, right? 71 pips. We just did that with that candle that printed during the 8:30 news, right? This was the 8:30 candle. So on top of the fact that STP has been hit already, what do we also see? Well, we also know we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. So again, could this be the lower high to where price is going to continue into a lower low? Could price give you a little bit of a steeper pullback and give you a lower high here? Right, yes. Could price give you a steeper pullback and give you a lower high in this area? Yeah. Right, but at this moment, all we know is our rules, right? And the number one thing is STP's already been hit. That's it. There's nothing left on the table for us here. Cheche? Huh? What do you mean? Okay, why? I need a little bit more detail. What happened? And what happened? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that happened as soon as he got there, like. Oh, okay. Wait, but he got there at 3 in the morning. Okay, so they were able to sleep. Okay, they're chilling then. Yeah. Probably all she needed was to go to the bathroom anyway. Right. And Kobe. He's sleeping. He's knocked out in the fucking other room. That's funny. You don't know what's going on. Any other questions, guys? Sorry about that. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to clear up? If not, then once again, that's pretty much it for the day. Alright, guys, have a good rest of your day. We'll see you guys tonight for the isolation session. Peace out.